Hello, so today we're going to do a mat work class. We're going to work mainly on the mat. We're going to use, if you have a small cushion at home, we're going to use that to put between our knees at some point. But you need a small cushion for your head as well. So as usual, make sure that you stay at the level that's suitable for you. You know yourself, you know your body. So if you feel that's an exercise is a bit too much, just calm down the level or just do the exercise that was done before. And you are able to stop at any time, pause the video. This is your workout. You all know what you have to do for yourself. Okay, so we're going to start in standing. Feet together. We're going to open our toes and our heels, keeping our feet nice and parallel. We're going to take a few seconds to set the weight underneath each foot, making sure it's central, it's centered and even underneath each foot before we start. Soften your knees, hands on your hips, and we're going to mobilize the lower spine by lifting out and then tucking under. Remembering our pelvis is a bit like a bucket of water. I'm going to pour the water on our heels and pour the water on our toes. It's a big movement to start with, keeping the trunk still and slowly reducing each movement until we've come to a nice neutral pelvis. Perfect. Hands down, shoulder roll backwards for the shoulders, melting the shoulder blades to the floor. Chin to chest, long neck, big balloon, pulling yourself up towards the ceiling, making you nice and tall. I'm going to take a big breath first across our chest, expanding the lungs, and then breathing out. So remembering that in Pilates we breathe across our chest and out. So we can bring our hands between around our chest, and we're trying to expand away our hands away from our chest, pushing our hands away with our ribs as we breathe inwards to our ribs. And the next breath in and breathing out, we're going to zip up from the back passage through to the front, gently pulling the pelvic floor muscles towards our heart. Breath in, release, and breathing out, and again having that gentle feeling that we're trying to stop ourselves having passing winds or having a wave, pulling gently the pelvic floor. And release. Breathe in, breathing out, engaging through. This time we can imagine we're trying to zip into our favorite dress or our favorite trousers after Christmas. So we're trying to zip in, the zip in front, tucking our core muscles towards our spine, trying to bring those two hip bones together. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, zipping through the front or zipping from the back through to the front. Breathe, gentle engagement of the core muscles. Excellent. We're going to start moving then. So we're going to bring our arms up and around. And again, breathe in. And around. And around. And around. And then we're going to go the other way. Breathing out. And in. And out. And in. Trying to keep nice and tall. Trying to keep the pelvis stacked up. And one more. And down. Shoulders back. Perfect. We're going to bring our hands in front. Breath in, breathing out, coming to the side. And release. And out. And in. And up. And in. And up. And in. Opening to the side. Keep the hips forward. Breathing in. Breathing out. Hips forward. And in. Lifting up, ribs soft. Remembering those springs attached from your ribs to your lower hips. And down. Open, and in. And open. And up. And up. We're going to do one more all the way through. Open to the side. And other side. Up. Up. And I'm going to bring our palms up. Fold your elbows to your waist. Keeping nice and tall. Tuck your elbows into those waists. And we're going to breathe out, open. And breathe in, close. Breathing out, open. And in. Breathing out, open. Smile with your collarbones. In return. Bringing your shoulder blades together as you bring open to the side. Keeping those elbows tucked to your waist. Next time we're going to come up to our toes as we open. And breathe in, release. Breathing out. And in. And out. Using our core muscles to lift up towards our toes. Keeping those toes nice and relaxed. And next rise, we're going to rise, stay up on our toes and reach. Palms down, palms up, fold, closing. Rise, open, palms up, palms down, and reach. Fold and open, reach, palms down, palms up, fold and close, and open, reach, palms down, palms up, fold and close. One more breath in, breathing out, engage, open, reach, palms down, palms up, fold and close. Perfect. We're going to do a bit of walking now. So we're going to rise onto our toes, then one knee and then the other, keeping the hips nice and level. Keeping the knees and the feet parallel. Making sure the knees and the heels not trying to meet with one another. Rising up to the ceiling, keeping the shoulders relaxed and towards our bottom. This time we're going to stay with one knee bent, bring the opposite arm in front, and then we're going to add the arms. We're going to go a little bit faster, keeping everything parallel and stacked, keeping our head long towards the ceiling. I'm going to slow down. And then relax down. Perfect. I'm going to do a bit of squatting now. So we're going to rise our arms up to the ceiling. Look up to the ceiling. Rise to our toes. Come down to our heels. Open to the side and come down for a squat. Rise up to our toes. Down. Open to the side and squat. Rise up, and down, open, and up. And down. Oops, and down, and squat. Reach, down, and squat. Reach, down, and squat. Last one, reach, down, and squat. And lie down, perfect. We're going to do a bit more squatting. So remembering, we're shooting our bottom behind, arms in front. Looking in front of us. Weight on our heels. Breathing out as you squat down. Tucking our bottom under. Tail nice and long. 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to stay down and bring your heels up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And squeeze back up. I'm going to do that one more time. Breath in. Breathing out and down. And 2. And 3. And 4. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Down and heels. 9, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I can still count. And lower heels down. Shake our legs. We're going to come up to our leg balance now. So breath in to prepare. Breathing out, all our key elements in place, zipping up. And we come up to our hover. And down. And hover. And down. And again. Making sure we keep our hips level. Zipping through the front. Trying to squeeze into our jeans as we lift that leg up. And we're going to go a bit higher to our single tabletop. And again. Making sure the weight of our body is in the middle of that standing leg or standing foot. And one more on each side. And next time we're going to lift and stay. Lock the knee, move from the hip, hinge down and tap the foot. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then put the foot down under the other side. Breath in. Breathing out. Squeeze, zipping into our jeans. And down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower the foot down. We're going to do that again to the other side. So setting our center, weight on the middle with the foot coming up, zipping through our jeans, and down. 10, 9, keeping the knee locked, hinging down from the hip. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower down. And again, breath in to prepare. Breathing out, zipping through, up, lock the knee. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower down. I'm going to bring myself to the side so you can see better now. We're going to do a bit of stepping forwards. We're going to come up to a single tabletop and then step. Lift the heel, the back heel down, up off the floor, and we're going to bend from our hips forward, shifting the weight onto our front foot, and then reach with the back leg, and we're reaching so far and we're hovering the back leg away, and then back to single table to hip width apart. Single tabletop, step, fold from the hips forward, shift the weight onto the back to the front left foot. Reach the back leg and hover, and back to hip width. Single tabletop, step, fold forward, shift the weight to the front, lift, and back. This time we can a single tabletop, step forward, fell forward, shift the weight, reach behind, bring the arms up. Lower back down, and we can come back to hover or single tabletop if we are able to. Single tabletop, step, fold forward, shift the weight to the front leg. Reach with your arms, reach with your leg, hover. Come back down, and come back to single tabletop. Okay, and again. Step, fold forward, shift to the right, and reach, and down, and again, up, step, forward, and reach, down, and back to single tabletop. Oops, sorry. And again, we might want to slow down the movement to make it a bit more accurate and less wobbly. And again. And reach. And back up. And again. Reach, hover, back, and up. Last one. Lift, step, shift and forward, and reach. And down, and back. Well done. We're going to come to the end of our mats. We're going to do a couple of roll downs. Breath in to prepare, breathing out, chin to chest. Rolling forward, one bone at a time. Remembering that spine is stuck to the wall. And then the hip and the bottom. Bent knees. And we're going as far as we can. Big breath in at the bottom. Breathing out. We're going to tuck back under. Rolling back up. Shoulders back. Neck and head. Breath in. Breathing out, chin forward, rolling the shoulders forward, and then the spine, one bone at a time. Breath in, and then lowering ourselves down all the way to the floor, onto our hands and knees. Knees in line with our hips, hands shoulder widths apart, just a little step ahead of our shoulders. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 levels. Level 1. So setting our centre first, we're going to tuck under, making our lower back nice and flat, chest lifted, looking to the floor between the 2 thumbs. Elbows nice and soft, a little crease into the elbows. We're going to tuck our toes under. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, we're going to zip up, bringing the pelvic floor up towards our heart. Push on our hands and toes and hover and lower down. Breathing out, zip and hover and lower down. Breathing out, zip and hover and down. And hover and down. This time we're going to zip, hover and hold. 3, 2, 1 and down. Breathing out, squeeze and hold. 3, 2, 1 and down. Breathing out, squeeze and hold. 3, 2, 1 and down. Breathing out, squeeze and hold. 3, 2, 1 and down. Breathe in, prepare. Breathing out, zip up, hold. Lift your foot and down. Breath in. Breathing out, zip up and hold. Lift your foot and down. Breath in. Breathing out, zip up, push and hold. Lift your foot and down. Breathing out, zip up, push and hold. Zip, up and down. And again, breath in. Breathing out, engage, push, hold and lift and down. Breathing out, engage, push and hold, lift and down. Push up, lift, lift, and down. We're going to do 3 more. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out. Engage, push and hold. Up, up, and down. Breathing out. Engage, push and hold. Up, up, and down. Last one. Breathe in. Breathing out. Zip up, push and hold. Up, up, and down. And curl your feet. Lower yourself to your elbows. And give your wrist a little twirl. And a bit of a stretch. Perfect. I'm going to grab our little head cushion and lower our head to the head cushion on our tummy. Hands stretched away from us, elbows higher than our shoulders. We're going to zip up, we're going to, not zip up, we're going to tuck under our pelvis and make sure our pubic bone is nice and stuck to the floor. And we're going to try to leave it there during the movement. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, begin to pull that lower tummy muscles away from the mat. So imagining there is an ice cube between our navel and our pubic bone, and it's called lifting those lower tummy muscles away from that ice cube. Breath in. Breathing out. Lifting away from the ice cube, we're going to reach and hover the right arm. And breathing, return. Breathing out. Reaching away, lifting away from the ice cube, and back in. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out. Squeezing away from the ice cube and reach the right arm. Hover and lift. Breathing, return. Breathing out. Lifting away from the ice cube. And then reach and hover the left arm. And breathing, return. And again, breathing out. And in. Breathing out. And in. Breathing out. Feeling that little connection as we reach away from the ice cube. And in. One more on the other side. Breathing out, engage. Reach and hover. We're going to do the same with our legs. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out. We're going to reach away from the ice cube. Reach the left leg away and hover. And then breathe in lower. Breathing out. Engage. And reach. And breathe in lower. So imagine someone is pulling that leg towards them. And it's pulling so high that it's lifting that leg away. And breathing. Breathing out. Reach that leg and reach it so far out that it's lifting off of the floor. And breath in. Breathing out. Hover. And in. Breathing out. Hover. And in. And now we're going to do opposite. So we're going to breath in to prepare. Breathing out, engage and reach. Opposite arms and legs and hover. And breathe in, return. Breathing out, engage and reach. And breathe in, return. Imagine you've got people pulling your opposite arms and leg away from you. And it's pulling so hard that it's lifting away from the mat. Try to keep your tail long. We want to bring that tail to our feet, to our heels. We're keeping that tail nice and long, reaching those legs and arms away from each other. And breathing, return. One more on each side. Breathing out and reach. And breathing, return. Breathing out and reach. And so I'm going to bring your arms either side of you with your hands in line with your head, elbows lower than your shoulders. Keep your going still tuck under, stuck to the mat. And we're still feeling a little zipping sensation as we're trying to pull away from the ice cube. Breath in to prepare, breathing out, zipping up, and then hover the forehead off of the floor, looking to the mat, and breathing return. Breathing out, engage, and hover, and in, breathing out, hover, and breathing in, breathing out, engage through zipping, pulling away from the ice cube as you hover your forehead, making sure your head is still tucked towards your chest. You've got a third eye onto your forehead, looking straight to your little cushion. And back in. And back in. 2 more. And last one. Really good. You're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulders and put your one elbow to the side, push with the other hand, and roll yourself onto your side. Lengthen your arm, head cushion between your arm and your leg. And your head, not your leg. Top hip on top of bottom hip. Top leg nice and long. You're going to pull that top leg away to create a little gap underneath our waist. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, we're going to zip up from the front. Point and lift, flex and lower. Point and lift, flex and lower. Point and lift, breathe out, breathe in to lower. Breathing out and in. Trying to keep nice and stable on that side. Trying to keep that waist lifted, shoulders away from my ears. Three more. 3, 2, 1. You're going to stay up and you're going to circle for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 5 the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Perfect. You're going to come back up, breath in, and then we're going to draw a line and rub it off. Draw a line and rub it off. Keep the pelvis still. Keep that little core engagement as we move forward. Three more. 8, 9, last one, 10, and down. Whew, keep your bottom around. Bend your knees. Bring your feet in line with your bottom. You're going to roll forward with your hips, shining that torch that's on your top hips to the mat. Lift your feet off of the floor. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out. We're going to open and breathing close. Breathing out, engage, and breathing close. Keep that core engagement as you open. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. And lower down, give your bottom a rub. You're going to put your head cushion onto the mat and you're going to roll yourself onto the floor. Come to your rest position. Put your feet and knees together. And then we're going to open our toes and our heels for our hip width apart. Feet, knees in our train tracks and parallel. And we're going to find our neutral pelvis. We're going to squash our pelvis, lower back to the floor, and then lift our lower back away. So just tilting back and forth, little by little, reducing each movement eventually until we come to a nice neutral pelvis where we have a nice tray of drinks across our pelvis and a little gap underneath our lower back for our blueberry. Our chin is tucked to our chest, holding that peach. Neck is long, shoulders away from our ears. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, we're going to zip up from the back through to the front, feeling that little core pulling through up to our hearts. We're going to try to keep that connection as we lift and hover our hands off of the floor. We're going to tap our hands 5 times as we breathe in and tap our hands 5 times as we breathe out. Breathe in and out. Trying to keep that gentle connection from our pelvic floor. Well, that gentle connection is that feeling when we try to zip in into our jeans as we tap our fingers as we breathe in and breathing out. We can stay in that position at that level if we want to. If we want an extra challenge, we can come up as we breathe out. As we breathe out, we can come up to single tabletop and keep tapping the fingers. Keeping that core connection, and then lower the leg, and in a breath out, come up with the other one, tapping the fingers. And if we want an extra challenge, if we're feeling good today, we can input our ribs down, engage even more, and come up to single tabletop. Close our legs together and keep breathing in and out as we keep that core connection. We're going to do 2 more cycles of breath. Last one. And then we're going to lower one leg at a time if we're on double tabletop. Excellent. Keep back to our hip width apart. Reset our position. And we're going to do our 1 leg stretch. And take a breath in to prepare. Breathing out, engage, zipping up from the back through to the front, or zipping ourselves up to our chest, to our dress, and come up to single tabletop. Breath into hold. Breathing out, engage, and lengthen. Breathe in, return, and lower the leg. And we're going to swap. Breathing out, lift, breathe into hold. Breathing out to lengthen and switch the light on. Breathe in to return and lower down. Breathing out, zipping through your front and zipping through the front as we reach with our leg in front of us. If we want an extra challenge, we can come up, arms in front of our shoulders, and as we reach with our legs, we can reach with our hands behind and reach back in. Making sure as we do so But as we lower the arms behind, we keep our ribs soft. So remembering those springs attached from the lower ribs to the hips. And as we reach behind, we keep those springs nice and level. And if we want extra work, we can come up to single tabletop. Input your ribs, engage, double tabletop. And then reach ahead. And down. And reach. Breathing out and in. And you add the arms if we really feel strong today. Lower the arms down. So that's the highest level. The lower level is to be in our single tabletop, reaching. Single tabletop and reach out. Harder level, single tabletop, imprint double tabletop and reach. Stay at a level that you feel comfortable in today. You can stop at any time. You can come down a level at any time or go up a level at any time. It's your workout. Make it your last one. And if you're in double tabletop, lower one leg at a time. Perfect. Arms to the side if your arms were up. We're going to do our hip twist this time. So if we can start at level 1. All our key elements in place. We take a breath in to prepare. Breathing out. We're going to zip up from the back through to the front, keeping that core engagement as we lower the leg, the knee to the side. And breathe in, return. Breathing out. Other leg. Breathe in, return. Remembering, as we fall to the side, we keep the pelvis in neutral. So we're trying to not lift the opposite hip away from the mat. And the knee that's not moving is staying put as well. Breathing out as we fold. Breathing in to return. So that's the lowest level today. And the harder level today is going to be in single tabletop. So we're going to come up to single tabletop. Breath in to hold. We're going to do 5 on one side, 5 on the other side if you're doing single tabletop. Remembering that the knee and the foot are moving together. And we're folding from the hip. And breathing, return. Breathing out. Imagine we are wipers in a car and we're wiping the rain away. And breathing, return. The knee and the foot are moving together. Or you can imagine you're drawing a line with your toes and wiping it off with your toes. More like a semicircle, I should say. When you've done your 5, you're going to relax down and do the other side. I think I need more than 5. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out. Fold to the side. Keeping that knee still. So on this side I have less movement. I can feel the other hip moving up. So if you feel that other hip lifting, just reduce your range of movement. When you've done your 5, lower down. We're going to do all 5 more on each side. lower down. 5 on the other side. Breathing out, keeping that core engaged as we fall to the side. Feeling that little core engagement as we move our knee to the side. Two more. And then you're going to put the foot down. We have a long stretch. Arms behind us. Point and flex the feet. And circle. Perfect. Bring your hands in front of you. Folding your knees. You're going to roll onto your side. Push yourself up. And we're going to swivel the other way to do the other bottom exercise. So lengthening our head, our legs. Lengthening our arms, head cushion between our arms and our legs. Top hip on top of bottom hip. Top leg nice and lengthened, creating a little gap underneath our waist. Hands in front of us if we need to. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out. We're going to zip up from the front, squeezing to those jeans. Point and lift, flex and lower. Keeping that connection as we lift and lower. Try to squeeze into those jeans that we could fit in after before Christmas. Breathing out and in, keeping the trunk still, keeping the shoulders away from our ears, making sure we haven't collapsed into our waist. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And come back up and 5 circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. So you take a breath in here. Breathing out, engage, come up. Breathe in to hold. And we're going to draw a line and rub it off. Draw a line and rub it off. Try to keep a pelvis forward. Pelvis nice and stacked. Try not to rock side to side. If we tend to rock, maybe reduce the forward movement. Not going so far forward. Keeping our top leg long. Keeping that core connection. Try to zip ourselves up into our jeans. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. And lower down. Give your bottom a bit of a rub. Fold your knees. Bring your feet in line with your bottom. Roll your hips forward, shining to the floor. Feet off the floor. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out, open and zip. Breathe in, return. Try to keep our hips forward and try not to roll back as we open our hips. Keeping that little core connection, that gentle feeling as we open and close. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower the feet down. Give your bottom a rub. You're going to roll onto your side. You don't need your head cushion. You're going to roll onto your back, Feet closer to your bottom this time. We're going to do a bit of shoulder bridge. So reset our position. Opening our toes and our heels, setting our pelvics, rocking back and forth until we find our neutral and our 12 drinks and our little blueberry gap underneath our lower back. Shoulders long, neck long. Breath in to prepare. If you have a little cushion, don't have one in hand here, but you can put a cushion on it. Put a cushion between your knees. That would help. Let me take a breath in to prepare. Breathing out, you're going to squeeze the cushion, squash the blueberry, squeeze your bottom and lift all the way up to your shoulder blade, keeping the chin tucked to your chest. Breath in at the top, breathing out, and we're going to return the spine one bone at a time. Back to neutral. Breath in, breathing out, squeeze this cushion, squash your blueberry, squeeze your bottom and lift all the way up to your shoulder blades, one bone at a time. Ribs nice and soft at the top. Breath in and breathing out. We're going to crease from the bra strap, then the mid back and the lower back, and then the pelvis back to the floor. Trying to keep our chin to our chest. Breath in, breathing out, reach to our shoulder blades. This time as we breathe in, we're going to stay a little longer onto our shoulder bridge. Lift one heel, lift the other, lift both, and then lower down. Breathing out, come back up. Heel, heel, both. Again, heel, heel, both, and down. Breath in, breathing out, squeeze, squash, and lift. Breath in, heel, heel, both. Again, heel, heel, both. One more, heel, heel, both. And down. And again. Coming back up. Breath in. Keep that bottom nice and high. Heel, heel, both. Heel, heel, both. Again, heel, heel, both. One more, heel, heel, and both. And lower down. Breath in. Breathing out. Coming back up. One bite at a time. Breath in at the top. And heel, heel, both. Again, heel, both. One more, heel, both. And again, 4. And last one. And both. And lower down. Perfect. You're going to bring your arms up above your shoulders. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out. So we're going to come up to our shoulder blade. Breath in, lower the arms behind. Leave your arms where they are and lower all the way down. Bring your arms back up. Breathe in, breathing out, coming up. Lower the arms and breathing out. Leave the arms behind as you come back down, back in. Breathing out, coming up. Breathing in lower and breathing out, coming back. This time we're going to bring the arms in front, chin to your chest, and come back to our abdomen prep. Relax back down. Lift up to your shoulder bridge. Lower the arms behind. Breathing out, lower down. Bring the arms back in, and this time we're going to bring our chin to our chest and reach for our knees. And relax back down. Oh, sorry. Breath in. Breathing out, coming back up to shoulder bridge. Breathe in, lower the arms. Breathing out, leave the arms. Roll back down. And then breathe in, come back. And roll your shoulders. Reach for your feet or your knees. And relax back down. Okay, take the cushion away. Feet and knees together. You put the head cushion back underneath your chin or underneath your head. Hands open wide like an aeroplane either side of you. Breath in to prepare. Breathing out. Roll the knees to the side, head to the other. Breathing. Breathing out. Come back to the middle. Breathe in into the middle. Breathing out. Lower to the other side. Breathe into the stretch. Out. Return to the center. Breathe in. Breathing out. Lower to the other side. Breathe in into the stretch. And out. Come back to the middle. Breathe in. And out. Return to the side. Breathe in. And back to the center. You're going to stay in the middle. You put an ankle on top of the knee. Bring your knee towards your chest. Hold that thighs between with the other thighs with your hands. We're going to use the opposite elbow to push the knee that's resting on your, with the ankle resting on the other knee, to stretch that bottom. And then we're going to release. Ankle onto knee. Bring the foot off of the floor. Reach behind the thigh. Use the elbow to push the knee that's bent. Keeping the stretch. Deep breath in. And then relax. Let go. You're going to keep the knees bent. We're going to bring one knee to the chest, stick it to the chest, hold it behind with our hands. I'm going to try to keep that knee as close to our chest as possible and not lift it away. I'm going to lengthen the other leg away. Take a couple of breaths here. Deep breath. And we're going to keep that knee as close to your chest as possible as we try to lengthen the knee, flexing the foot towards the ceiling. You should have a little wobble of the shake, the leg should shake a little bit, and you should feel the stretch at the back of your leg. But the aim is to not lift the thigh away from the chest as we try to strengthen or straighten, the knee. And then you're going to release. Put the foot back down, bring the other leg, knee to chest, pinning it onto your chest or thigh onto your chest. Lengthen the other leg. And then the last breath, you're going to try to straighten that knee without lifting it off of the chest, flexing the foot towards the ceiling. And then we'll release down. Perfect. Bend your knees. You're going to roll onto your side. And push yourself up to your hands and knees. All our key elements in place. We're going to lift our tail up, head up. And lift our tail under, head in. Breathing out, tail out. And tail in. Round it up. And lifting the tail out. And tail under.
back to neutral. This time we're going to lengthen one leg. I'm going to fold the other one underneath us, trying to keep our hips nice and square. I'm just going to stay on our hands first. And then as soon as we know that our hips are as square as possible, we can lower ourselves down to our elbows. And fully free down. And I'm going to come back up. And then do the other side. We're going to lengthen, fold under, and lower ourselves down, keeping our hips square. Feeling the stretch. On our hands first, and then lowering onto our elbows. And maybe lowering fully down if we can. We come back up to our knees. We're going to tuck our feet under, sit on our heels. Relax our shoulders down. Couple of breaths. Fingers in front of our knees. Going to push on our fingers, roll to our feet. Stretch the back of our legs or back of our ankles. Bring our fingers to our toes and use our roll down to roll back up. Roll our shoulders back as we get back to front. Let the blood come back down to our head. We're going to chin to chin, chin to chest, and chin up. Chin to chest, chin up. Back to center, ear to shoulder, back to middle, ear to shoulder, back to the middle, and again, ear to shoulder, and ear to shoulder, back to center. You're going to give your shoulders a bit of a shake, your legs a bit of a shake, and you're done. Well done, and I hope to see you next time.